And we are back on the Sleepless Pod.
We are back, baby.
Yes, we are. And for this episode, just the two of us, Robin, isn't we might recap on a few things, touch on some other sleepless related things, and yeah, just have a general chit chat, touch in.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, one major thing we can touch on that I was at there of late was Canadian Music Week, which was here in Toronto, down at the Weston Hotel by the waterfront here. So yeah, that was great. There was like a little conference. Had lots of people, all sorts of people from music industry and some other industries too there. For like 3 days, and yeah, it was great. Just yeah, meeting and connecting with people. They had lots of great talks and seminars and stuff too. I went to a handful. I guess some that would stand out for now would be, I know I went to one about talking about how to grow your presence on YouTube. That was quite cool with some people that work at YouTube and stuff like that. They're talking shorts are key. Shorts are
key.
Yeah,
and
shorts are key.
Is that why we're doing the new thumbnails?
Yeah. Also thumbnails. Yes, that is why we are doing. Yes, if you notice on YouTube for the podcast, we're trying to up our thumbnail game for sure. So we might that reminds me, Robin, at the end of this we might have to get one of those. We might take a little screenshot of us doing funny faces or something. So
or we just pull an image of us sometime in the past.
Yeah, I could do that as well.
Easy.
Yeah. Boom, and lash it up. Yeah, but yeah, shorts and thumbnails are key. Is what I learned from that. What else? Dead Mouse was there. He was getting inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame that week, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I went to a little I think they called it a fireside chat with him, and he was just being interviewed and talking about stuff. He was ripping the poor interviewer to shreds. I feel sorry for the guy.
I heard he came out recently and said he doesn't even like. Well, I mean, I saw a clickbait article and I didn't read into it, but it said that he doesn't even like EDM music anymore.
Yeah, well, he launched this new techno project called Test Pilot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was talking about that. It was funny. In the chat a little bit, he was saying, yeah, I think he had some residency somewhere in Vegas, and he made this joke like, oh yeah, it's hard playing Ghosts and stuff like 3 times a night for like 3 or 4 nights in a row a week or something, and then some nights I would just go out there and play techno all night, and my manager would just give out shit to me. So he said from that his manager suggested, why don't we just set up another like alias for you to get that like techno fix out of the way. So yeah, he set up it's called Test Pilot. I don't know if he's released any tracks under it or
let's have a
if
quick look.
It's just a DJ project.
Let's have a quick look-see on the old Google Test
on the old Google.
Dead Mouse. Test Pilot Desmond fandom. Let me see here. Test Pilot is a techno-driven alias of Joel Zimmerman. Techno minimal labels. He's on +8 associated. Yeah, I don't know if this is him though. Is his name Joel Zimmerman?
Yeah, that's his actual name.
Oh, that's his actual name. Okay.
Yeah, I see a Test Pilot here on Spotify. Is this techno?
Oh, very minimal.
Maybe this is him. I don't know.
Skip in there.
It says produced by Joel Zimmerman. This is him.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there's even a Pig and Dan remix.
Oh, wow. It's very... You like this Europe,
Cool. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's it. So
North
yeah,
American twist?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's so he can get that techno fix out of the way. Because otherwise, yeah, I
Well,
guess, yeah.
remember he did the thing for Lyft where he would pick people up in like a Lamborghini or something.
Oh, I don't remember that. No.
Yeah, yeah, he did like a promotion with Lyft if you or Uber or something.
Yeah.
Like if you would book an Uber and it was him
Yeah.
in like a supercar and that was your Uber driver.
Cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder what tunes he was banging out there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, because he said, and then it's also for that one, he kind of just rocks up and DJs, which he kind of is. It's kind of a bit more laid back. Whereas like a full Dead Mouse show, he's got to do this big lighting job, big like visual job. It's a whole other
he
kettle of
doesn't wear
fish.
he doesn't wear the helmet anymore, does he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, yeah. But he wouldn't wear it for a whole show.
Oh, he
He
just
never
comes on
really
with it.
wore it for a whole show. He'd just like take it off and put it to the side. Um, but yeah, and then yeah, it's like he's doing like a whole live set as well for Dead Mouse, and then Test Body can just rock up and DJ. So, um, yeah, I guess that's pretty handy. But yeah, then I guess back to Canadian Music Week. Then I guess my main highlight of the week, I guess, was all like I met some great people there. Just like walking around, talking to people. Then they also had this cool area called the Mentors Cafe, which is really great. They had like just loads of different people from different the industry at different times of the day, and you could just rock up and sit down and grab a coffee and talk to them. So that was really cool. Met lots of amazing people, and it makes you realize like there's so many different like people and elements to the music industry than just the like artists you see on your screens or listen to on YouTube or Spotify. Like it's such a massive industry with so many different people in it. It's crazy. It really puts it into perspective when you go to an event like that.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, there's like I suppose it's like if you look at Drake, doesn't he fly around with a huge entourage of people as well?
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's probably got managers.
Same with all the DJs as well. Although do you know what was funny? I saw Patrick Topping there on one of his stories. You always assume when they're flying to Ibiza, they're flying like private jet, but looked like he was flying with him and his missus on like a Ryanair flight.
Yeah, well, I guess they would. Are they still kind of underground?
Patrick Topping?
Yeah,
No, he's pretty well. Maybe he is. I mean, he's
not
headlining
like.
it.
I know there's some massive house. I wouldn't put him in like
He's not in
like
Diplo stratosphere.
no, or like James Hype, or you know.
But
Um,
I started watching more of James Hype's stuff. I feel like he's gotten like really intense now, and like just his like social media is very like intense
right.
instead of just like this is what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I watched a couple of his like vlogs recently as well, and he's gotten to that point, yeah, where he's like pretty big. He would travel with the whole, entourage as well.
I suppose
Um,
you kind of want to do it for your own sanity anyway.
I guess so. Yeah. Whereas more of those like underground DJs, they're just traveling by themselves, rocking up, and giving it a go, and then on to the next one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's still like headlines Ibiza, but I suppose that's still not big enough. I suppose really Vegas is the moneymaker.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, and then likes of James Hype, they're doing like all these like mega money shows, and then
Yeah.
I suppose when you're paying that sort of money for an artist, you want that extra, all that extra stuff or whatever. So, um, I guess they kind of have to put a little bit of time and energy into bringing that to the shows as well.
Hmm.
which is another element to it, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, so who else did you? What other parts of other than artists did you meet in the
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I met
conference?
people. I met like university professors, festival runners, event producers, managers, people that work for labels, distributors, um, yeah, other like studio runners. Yeah, so lots of different people from all sorts of backgrounds and stuff. People, yeah, people in the podcast world as well, which was great. Um, yeah, and then yeah, just meeting loads of different people trying to get um trying to get the word out about
Good
Sleepless.
word.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thou
So
shalt not sleep.
yeah, but no, yeah, got lots of uh good feedback, and yeah, for the most part, people were like really into the idea. And yeah, even at the time of recording this, I've had one or two people that I met there come, give them a tour of the studio and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it was great for networking, getting the word out there about Sleepless, getting a bit more insight to the industry here, and then yeah, it makes me think next year maybe we try and go a little bit bigger into Canadian Music Week. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, how many years has it been running now?
Oh, a long time.
Oh,
Stopping
really?
people there. Yeah, yeah. Maybe like 20 years or something more.
Oh, wow, 20
Yeah,
years.
it could be more.
It's wild.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, it's been long going. Yeah,
Wow.
and yeah, I guess next year, watch the space. If you follow
Yeah.
us, maybe.
Get a booth or something, get a few
Yeah,
DJs in
I mean,
there.
you never know. Maybe a live podcast.
Oh, a live podcast
Live
would be good.
podcast. Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably do a live podcast at some point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we could do it. Do a
Maybe we
little
could do
Q
it.
and A.
We could do it in August, maybe a live podcast.
We'll see.
Gather, put, gather a crew, assemble the Sleepless crew.
Yeah. Yeah. Jump in the comments if you would attend our sort of open mic podcast, the Sleepless Studio live
Yeah, we could do
podcast.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
like a 2 hour podcastathon, and we people just come in and out and chat about their experiences.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Creative journeys.
Yeah, that could be good. Oh, we do like like question bingo.
Um, so sort of like our hot take wheel.
Hot take wheel, but yeah, people just get random questions instead.
Right, right. Yeah, that could be cool. Again, watch out. Make sure you follow us on socials to see if we go ahead with the idea. Make sure you follow us there, and you'll be the first to know there.
Yeah. So, what else is happening these days?
Well, I know we might also have potentially have a newsletter dropping soon, right on?
Yeah, yeah, a newsletter. Got to. I think the biggest thing that I've realized is technology is not great for collecting emails,
Mm,
and we need to just sort that one out. That's on the long finger a bit. But once when that's solved, try and get a newsletter out maybe every month or every quarter, and maybe start every quarter and then build it up to a month, seeing what the feedback is. But I think, yeah, I mean, it'll just give the kind of any upcoming events, any news that's happening. You know, I think I mean, also the casting call for anyone who wants to, be a photography coach or
right.
or a production coach, ranging from whether it be dubstep, house to techno to organica, all that's open to coach people as well. Um, I think that's one thing we should really be looking to support, and we are looking to support now is if you want to be a coach and you've got the skills to coach people along an array of whatever the studio offers,
Yeah,
whether that be in the innovation station teaching somebody Photoshop, or um, we talk about photography, or if you're doing modeling, trying to coach somebody on that. striking poses. Again, DJ coaches. We have a nice little roster now, and when we get the right applicants who can really show their skill set in terms of DJing, we can add them to the roster. But I think that's something where we should be really looking at now, coming into the summer.
Yeah, I think so far we've had good feedback about the sort of DJ lessons we've been trialing. Right, so
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, Rob, it'd be great to add a few more things other than DJing to the lessons or education roster.
Yeah, because I mean that's what it's about, right? And for anyone that's there, like we have a model that kind of supports everyone, and it's a win-win-win. So
Yeah,
people always feel to reach out there.
yeah.
But one thing I do want to ask you: how was the podcast? There, for any listeners, there's a podcast coming up without myself.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so well, it was a bit weird. I felt a bit naked or whatever. Didn't have my partner, my podcast partner in crime, there. But yeah, no, it was good. I thought it went well. Yeah, when this episode dropped, it might not have come out yet, but make sure to watch this space and you'll see which one it is in the not too distant future. But I think it went well. I think the hardest thing for me was I think I had to be almost constantly like keeping focus on trying to keep the conversation going. It's not like when there was two of us. If I feel like we both knew when to jump in, and cover and ask questions, so there wasn't any silence or anything. So I think that was the most difficult thing, but I think I did all right. And once I got into a flow of it, like myself, I was able to keep the conversation going, and I think it will be super interesting podcast coming out soon. Somebody I met at a Canadian Music Week actually. So
There you go.
yeah, but that's the first episode without the
Yeah.
so.
But I was thinking, right? So I listened to Matt and Shane's Secret podcast. Shout out Matt and Shane's Secret podcast. But Matt did one completely by himself. He literally took, like, Shane wasn't there, was probably on tour or something, and did a full 1 hour 30 minutes of monologuing. It was like listening to the sounds of a madman.
Yeah. So just him looking at the camera.
I'll send it. Like did he even? I think it might have been all audio. I don't think he even videoed it.
Okay.
It was funny. I mean, maybe one day we'll have to do it.
Okay.
The sleepless monologue.
The Sleepless monologue. Well, we are looking for new content and new content methods and stuff like that, aren't we, Robin, all the time? So.
Well, we are. I'm going to just give a little shout out to somebody I reached out to on the Sleepless Instagram page. I am just scrolling here. Where are they? Oh, I can't find them now. Maybe I didn't send it. Oh, yeah. Over the Weekend podcast. They are a Toronto podcast and a disclosure of Western entertainment, music, culture, deep dives in the questions you asked for. So they do a lot about the Toronto nightlife. I asked them, did they want to, use the podcasting room or, maybe do a cross collab podcast. Still yet to hear from them, but if you're listening over the Weekend podcast, reach out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's not one. I know we were recommended some podcasts to reach out to as well. That wasn't one of them, was it?
No, this one's a bit smaller. It's got 511 followers.
Okay.
But yeah, I just thought, why not? They're doing like a kind of similar, well, not similar. They're doing it more about the Toronto nightlife scene. But and like they've interviewed some DJs that we probably know of. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, we're also open for new podcasters as well who want to try out the studio. And Yeah, that's something, if you want to reach out, we can always set you up with some sort of, a plan to get you going. Or if anyone wants to start a podcast, also reach out. We can help out.
Yeah, we're happy to help, and we think we set up the studio in a way that makes it like super easy to just rock up, and off you go. The podcast studio itself, yeah, you can bring a laptop and plug in, but you don't even need to bring a laptop. All you need to bring is an SD card, plug it in, and you're off. You record
off to the races.
Yeah, so yeah, we wanted to keep it super easy and just like so you can enjoy it. Don't have to focus too much on the tech side, and just have a good chit chat.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe in the future we can do a pro room or something like that.
Oh, watch this space. Watch.
Yeah, maybe. It'd be nice. It'd be nice eventually on this podcast to have a Jamie. Pull that up instead of myself like some schmuck trying to Google Deadmau5 midway through a podcast.
Yeah, it'd be nice to say, go on, Jamie, pull that up there.
Yeah, that'd be ideal.
That's goals, podcast goals right there.
I mean, there have been interns reaching out.
Yeah, this is it.
Actually, if anyone also knows about the process of hiring interns and how that all works, give us a shout. We have had people reach out. Unfortunately, we just don't know enough to take on an intern, really. But if somebody wants to give us advice on that one, that'd be cool.
Yeah, please do. Please reach out. Yeah, something else we should mention, I just thought about there is, our feature on Blog.to just dropped there.
Oh, yeah.
A couple days ago, featuring yours truly.
Yeah. Goddamn Chelsea hat, Chelsea jersey and all.
Gotta rep. I
think we lost a few followers after it.
No big deal. It's just going out to like 900,000 followers on Instagram.
And whatever they have on YouTube Reels.
Yeah. Probably about the same.
Although I did see one comment which kind of made me laugh.
Oh, yeah. Go on. I haven't even looked at the comments.
Oh, have you not? I'm one person and their account since deactivated, so I feel like it's just a negative bot, maybe. Stale candy that people put their hands into. Vomit emoji.
That's got me thinking now. I'm going to look some up on TikTok here and see if there's any comments on our little YouTube video oh, here we go. Oh, 3 comments.
Oh,
and it's just from us.
Oh, it like cross platforms, or did you comment?
No, I commented. I just sent a few emojis and they commented back.
I see.
Was it. No.
How many
trolls.
How many impressions?
Oh,
I can tell.
Does it say that?
Well, I don't know. Instagram got 334 likes, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah, TikTok's got 89 likes. Oh, I can see how many plays down here. Oh, it's got like over 4,000 plays on TikTok. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a very good job.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice little video, the way they shot it, like, what do you do for a living sort of thing.
Yeah,
a little tour.
Yeah.
I liked that, yeah. So,
it's good.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun.
I think I really like the weather piece where they use the green screen. It's That's exactly what it's meant to be for.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If anyone's listening, there's a green screen in there. You can literally put on anything in the background. It also exists in the innovation station. So you could literally, God, I wish I had a green screen now. I could click my fingers and it would change background. But I mean, we winged this one.
Yeah. Well, funny. Speaking of the innovation station, for Taylor, who was filming a little clip for that day, I think he ripped his shirt in the innovation station. You'll see that.
I mean, it's in the video. Yeah.
If you watch it, yeah. A funny little moment.
Yeah.
Organic. Funny little moment there. But I guess some other exciting things that are going on in the world at the minute. I know back in Europe, they have the Euros European Football Championship on this summer. Loads of different countries from around Europe competing for the trophy. Yeah, so I know it's an exciting time. I know I've had a little bit of it on in the background here. So far, it seems pretty good. It's usually a pretty entertaining tournament.
Yeah, yeah. Did you hear Mbappe came out and said that it's better than the World Cup?
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, and then Muller came out and basically humbled him a bit. He was like, "You're basically playing on the best pitches in the world. When you play a World Cup, you play against teams that play a completely different style on pitches that are much more harder to play on, and you have a much variation of like aggressive defense and stuff." Um,
It's a
so
very
what do you think of that?
detailed response from the German.
Oh yeah, would you
Yeah,
expect anything less?
yeah, yeah. Actually, speaking of the Germans, they've been the one team I've seen that's looked the most like on it.
Complete
Yeah, their first game. I feel like there was a couple of upset losses already, wasn't there? Oh no, Portugal nearly lost today,
to
but they came back. Um,
well, it's not the Czech Republic anymore. What's it now?
Czechia.
Czechia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not every
And
day you see a country's name change.
uh, no, yeah, yeah. Because it happens here and there, but no, yeah, not every day. Yeah. Um, who else? There was one big upset already, wasn't there? I can't remember, but yeah, it's usually an entertaining tournament, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Do you have any favorites, Robin? At the main thing might cover the distance for the win.
Well, I think Germany's looking strong.
Yeah,
Obviously, I'm a Kai Havertz fan, so I want to see him score lots of goals. I think England. I mean, they are bottlers, but I think they do have the players to do it.
yeah.
Um, I mean, Portugal today were looking actually pretty good. They just couldn't score the goals. It was only towards the end that they kind of got it to like. I think, you know, they were looking strong for the first half for sure. They just couldn't get it into the net.
They've got. I was looking at their team. They've got an amazing team on paper, but you know what it is? I think Ronaldo.
Ruins it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I think if
I
they had
agree.
like a different striker up there, I think they would play entirely. It's almost at the minute like they have to play to. They have to
Ronaldo,
play
right?
to Ronaldo. Yeah, yeah,
It's like Ireland and Johnny Sexton.
yeah, yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, I don't even like. I suppose he sells a shit ton of jerseys, which is probably great for the country.
yeah, and I mean he's great, but honestly, but that said, they do have like a lot of young players on that team. So if he does retire in a couple of years, like I think the future for Portugal is pretty good
Yeah,
because
they're looking strong.
yeah, they got a pretty good young team.
Did you see? So basically, I saw this YouTube documentary about the old Yugoslavia and how a lot of those countries that used to be in the old Yugoslavia are actually sick at football, because when Yugoslavia was formed, the leader of Yugoslavia was like, "I'm gonna make sports the number one thing that makes the country like unify." And football, a lot of money was pumped into football because they wanted like a fan base uniting around the different areas and stuff like that, and everyone focused on the national team. And so yeah, it's like, I think it's like, so let me check the old Yugoslavian states here.
Oh, it's like Croatia,
Yeah, yeah.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
No, it's not
Uh,
Bosnia Herzegovina. Is it Bosnia Herzegovina?
yeah, it's Bosnia and Herzegovina, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's probably other countries in there. Was Serbia in there?
Yeah, Serbia as well. Yeah,
Uh,
I think
yeah, it
it's
was
after
huge, big anyway. Yeah,
Yeah, but that was pretty interesting. Like, I mean, they per capita, apparently, like per their population size, they're the top producing athletes in the world. So, like, even looking at
mm,
Jokic in the NBA. They've got some class Olympians, um,
Ice
uh,
hockey.
ice hockey. Yeah, they just produce a ridiculous amount. Oh, he's just the tennis player,
Oh, Djokovic.
Djokovic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true actually. And you think that all stems back to?
Well, this is what the
Oh,
YouTube
that's
show
what
that
I
I
was
was
saying.
implying. Yeah.
Right.
Which I think kind of makes sense.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. Geez, but then that turned into a bit of a shit show, didn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, he died, and then he was the guy keeping it all together. And then once when he died, they kind of fractured into separate states. And then actually, the footballing clubs that they had formed were actually key parts to that separation because the fans became more and more focused on like their identity and like kind of like any football hooliganism, and that actually spurred on a lot of the separatist movements in the end.
Cool.
Yeah. But
Um,
yeah,
so there we go. I think that's probably a wrap for this episode.
yeah, I feel like we could talk more and more, but we're getting off topic.
This is it. This is it. We digress.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, great little chat. Another chat, just the two of us catching up, chit chatting. But yeah, as usual, make sure you're following us on all our socials to stay up to date. And yeah, we'll always have the podcast is continue to grow. So make sure you follow it and watch it and listen to it. And yeah, we look forward to hearing from you. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Peace.
Sleep well.